for the man of the match, child of the match, Guinness moment and celery moment. I've been doing this show for 6.5 years and I refuse to tell you what it all means. If you want to know, go to the website and check out the Fannies page on the website, which has explanations as to what it all means. Now, man of the match. My nominations this week. I'm going to Pablo can guess, because Pablo's the brains of the otherwise no-brain outfit. What do you reckon, Pablo?
The three best players in the pitch.
And they were?
Fabregas, Hazard and Costa.
Well, I'll give you half mark because you haven't got it in the right order, but basically you're right. But I mean,
Can I say I agreed?
Yeah, you agree?
Thank you, yeah.
Good. Do you agree with that, Smart?
I don't understand it.
Well, it's very simple. The man of the match, who were the three
One of
best
those
players?
three, yeah?
Well, yes, that's right.
Right, okay.
But no, Hazard, Fabregas, Costa, in all seriousness.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really... Actually, do you know what? There were others who had a decent game. I mean, I agree with you. I thought Oscar did all right,
Second
actually.
half, yeah.
You know, once he stayed central, Mourinho got in his ear,
He
funny
started
enough.
sticking his foot in again, which
Yeah.
is good.
And he
It's
played
always
on
a
the
good
right in
sign.
the second
He played on
half.
the
He
right.
did, yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
He did
Well,
play
okay,
right.
because they changed the formation a bit.
Yeah.
But Mourinho was moaning at him in the first half for wandering around and switching. And of course,
for
he was...
for shirking,
Yeah.
basically.
Well, he was supposed to be central, but I thought he had a decent game.
Yeah.
Again, like Hazard, beginning to get back to the Oscar we know and love. Fabregas, fantastic. What Fabregas? It's fantastic. Fantastic.
Give them all different
I'm
pronunciations.
sorry, I'm stuck. The
Different the
battery's
second
stuck.
half now.
The needle's stuck. And Costa, of course.
Costa.
Which is the goal pig.
Goal hog.
It's good.
Goal
Can we,
pig.
yeah, can we find something else that's a bit less, you know,
No,
a
I
bit
want
unfair
Cundy.
to pigs?
I had a drink with him after the game, and we were just full of this whole Costa love. And he said, mate, he's a goal pig. He's a goal pig. It's just like typical Cundyism. Anyway, I like that.
Good, yeah.
So, you know, I actually think it's... I mean, I know we gave Costa 9 for Rodgers' ratings this week, which would indicate that he's probably the player, the best player and the man of the match, blah, blah, blah. But I actually think it's a lot tighter than that. That's my hunch. I would like to know, Jonathan, who you would vote for.
Who would, what, in this situation?
In this situation, yes.
I feel it would be foolish to vote for anybody else other than Costa.
Yeah.
And I feel somehow that he will win this round.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I've
I
got the
think
results
possibly,
here.
Yeah, I think he might win.
I'm not going to give you any steer.
I prefer Goal God, actually, than Goal
Do you need to phone
Pig,
a friend?
by the way. I can ask you, actually. What do
Okay.
you think?
No, I'm going to tell you in a minute.
Okay.
So who are you going to vote for? Costa, basically.
Yeah, I think so.
Pablo?
It's interesting because, I mean, actually, if you based it purely on the individual performances of the players in terms of how they actually played in the pitch rather than what they did, then I think Costa would be third of the three. But given that he scored 3 goals, he's got to get it, really, hasn't he?
And for his, I mean, it's almost giving it to him for his whole performances this year, isn't it?
Yeah.
You going to go for Costa?
I think I have to, yeah.
See, Costa is he's a goal monger, really. He's a Costa
goal
monger.
pig.
He's a Costa monger.
Costa monger.
Yeah.
I like Goal God.
No, that's too...
Goal hog.
It's too
Scouse.
alliterative. It's a bit scouse.
Goal
though,
pig,
isn't it?
mate.
Yeah.
Goal pig.
But I find it extremely difficult not to give somebody man of the match when they've scored a hat-trick.
Yeah,
Even if they were absolute tap-ins.
Well, we
from
didn't
1
give it to
yard.
Bar. Was it? But did Bar score a hat-trick once and we refused to give it to him?
No, he scored 2 against
scored
Spurs
2.
in 10 minutes and you refused
I refused
to give him anything.
Because you just thought it was a telescopic leg, didn't you? That's what you thought.
Bar was a
that
goal
one he
sheep.
scored against United. That was
Yeah,
amazing,
that was
wasn't
brilliant,
it?
Bar was a goal sheep. Benches. We're pretty unanimous here. I myself am voting for Costa. Benches. Who are you voting for?
Costa.
Unanimous. Gaffer. Harry. Costa. They just want coffee, really.
Goal Genie.
Goal pig. Shut up. Right. I can exclusively reveal.
David Bowie.
reveal that the results are, and they are, in reverse order. Cesc Fabregas, he got 7%. Eden Hazard got 33%.
Oh.
So those of you who are good at maths
60%.
will know that Costa got 60% and is therefore our man of the match.
Bravo!
Oh yes. Lovely. Diego Costa. Clap, clap. And Martin, brilliant segue. Brilliant segue.
Yeah, which one is it?
Well, it's into the chant of the match.
I know which one is it.
Well, the nominations were.
Those two.
Do you want to know what the nominations were?
I think we might be told them.
Okay. Well, it's amazing that, isn't it? I know. Well, the nominations are...
It'd be good if we knew.
They are Diego Costa, not Diego. I don't like
No one
that
else
one.
I like that one.
I like the other one, which we can't say. We can only say he's continental.
He's
No,
very
you-
mental.
Please don't take my
Yeah,
Costa.
no, well, that's
What's the other one then?
No, I wasn't.
You can't say that
no,
one
I was
either.
just saying I don't like that because we've already got a really, really good song to that, and it dilutes
All right.
that.
Bottom line is, I'm nominating Diego Costa, which I quite like. That's quite old school too, in a funny sort of way.
Yeah, but it's a bit unimaginative. Let's be honest.
Well, it's better than Diego.
No, it's not.
No,
got two
I don't think
words.
it is actually. I prefer that.
I prefer that one.
because it's not as obviously
Yeah,
old
and of
school
course,
as the
I
one
mean,
you've come up
I can clearly hear you singing it.
with. I don't sing any of them.
No,
as you know.
exactly.
No, I can hear them.
All right, the next one.
Too
the
busy
next
sipping
one,
your tea.
Shush, bit of hush, please. The next one is, now this is interesting actually, because this is quite an old school one. We don't hear this enough really, but there was an absolutely booming in the second half. There was a booming, and it's Super Chelsea.
It was.
And the whole ground got involved.
I hummed that.
You hum that.
Yeah.
So, hey, almost got Jonathan singing.
Yeah.
Almost got Jonathan singing. That's right. And last but by no means
Surprised
least,
no one complains
this is
about that.
this is quite special. This is quite a special one. I like this. When we went 1-0 down, and I like it when this happens, and this should happen every time this happens, basically. We went 1-0 down,
Yes.
and then suddenly it was a Chelsea,
Yeah,
an
good.
angry one.
Great response.
Chelsea, Chelsea,
Great
Chelsea.
Great
Defiant.
response. It was good.
Defiance, Pablo.
It's the
It
word
was
we
great.
want, yeah.
It was defiant, and I
In the
love
face
that.
of adversity.
I like that. We should do that more often because we drowned out that, the happy taffies. They were getting very excited.
They
We
were.
drowned them out with that,
They
and I
were.
thought
Well, they
that's
were
how it
doing
should
their-
be.
With
We
their
are- we are
M's
top
and
of the-
arias.
And also they were doing We Are Top of the League.
Ims
weren't
and
they?
Aris.
We Are Top of the League they were doing as well.
Why don't we do the Wales song back at them smart? Wales, Wales,
very
bloody
big
great
fishes
are
are
Wales.
Wales.
Enough. Right, okay. So what are you voting for, Jonathan? They swim in the sea, they drink their own wee, oh bloody great fishes are Wales.
Very good.
Jonathan, what are you voting for?
Do you know any other chants? You can
Plenty,
have?
but
No, I'm
not
sure you
now.
do. I like the one I hummed to.
When you hum to?
Yeah,
Super Chelsea,
that's the one.
Pablo.
As an aside, and I think we're going to get to it in a bit, there was a really, really good sort of a spur of the moment. Where's gone after Ivanovic's shot that hit Neil Taylor?
Where's their what gone?
Nuts.
Yeah,
Oh yes, right.
that
that
Yes.
was very funny.
That
That
gets
might
a
come under
nomination in
celery.
Celery.
Yeah, but I mean, it was still a chant that made me laugh.
Yeah,
So
I didn't hear that annoyingly. If I'd have heard that, it'd have been a shoo-in. Because you know what I'm like for a toilet gag. Okay, so what are you voting for?
probably the defiant Chelsea.
You like the Chelsea. You like Super
I
Chelsea.
like the Defiant one as well. I'll go for the Defiant
Okay,
one.
you're changing?
No, yeah, I'm changing
Okay.
because I actually
Okay.
went, I like that. Yes,
you
come
got
on.
out of your seat for that, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Did
do
you put
that.
your paper down?
No, I didn't.
Did you
do
put on
that.
your Ray
No,
Winston?
no.
All right, so two Chelsea's. Martin.
There was a very good Dennis Wise, but that
It
was
was
later on,
actually, yeah.
and that's
It
not
was
gonna, and that's
actually,
not
wasn't
going to win. So no, I think the defiant
You
Chelsea.
like that? Wow,
Chelsea.
My boys are all
Chelsea.
completely defiant tonight. They're all going for Chelsea. I actually went for the Costa one because I just thought it was so brilliant when everybody did it when he got subbed off. I thought that was quite a special
It was
moment.
wonderful. I agree.
So I kind of went for that, but I can understand why you did. Now benches, what do you reckon? What do you reckon?
Super Chelsea for me.
Super Chelsea.
I went for Diego Costa.
Yeah, so a bit mixed there. Yeah.
Chelsea.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Well, shall I tell you what the results are?
Could you?
I will. In reverse order.
Is it a secret?
In reverse order. Chelsea. I know. Disappointing. And then we have, with 15%, we have Super Chelsea, which means with a whopping 76% going for Diego Costa. Diego Costa. Diego Costa. You're like those two Muppets at the front of me that always sing the song that I don't want to hear. They did that stupid one.
You should wanna
scoring
hear-
a goal like, who was it?
You should want to hear all the
Samuel Eto'o.
Was this when
The
you're
Moon Shadow song.
hypothetically sitting at the back?
Yeah, I'm going to start lobbing stuff at them.
Okay.
One of them's bald as well.
Standing at the back. I'm
What a
sorry.
surprise at a
He
Chelsea
come
match.
over all bald on you.
Right, okay, next, moving along, sharpish, is the Guinness moment. And the nominations this week are, I'm going to actually read them off my script rather than Ross's results, because they are quite detailed, as always. Right, Hazard's run in the build-up to Remy's goal. When I say that, I don't just mean his run. I just, the whole thing, the run,
check back.
every
pirouette,
time
the
somebody
standing
ends up on
stills,
their
the-
rear end, I love it. And he managed to do that to one of their defenders, and it was like a Keystone Cops moment.
That wasn't running. That was dancing with
was
the
just
ball.
brilliant.
It was brilliant.
And he just go around. And he's like a little. He reminds me of a Jack Russell with a football. Have you ever seen a Jack Russell with a football?
No, never.
They kind of because they're quite often smaller than the ball, and they'll run around and they're like kicking it with their feet and their nose, and they kind of go round and round and round in circles quite a lot. Hazard reminds me of that. He's
Does
like
he
Jack
chase
Russell of
Does he
football.
chase his tail as
He
well?
would if he could, but he can't.
If he had one.
Anyway, so that was Hazard's run in the build-up to Remy's goal. A lot of you may have missed this, but Darren and I saw this, and both immediately went, "Oh," like that. It was almost like we both had a moment together.
Was it a sexual moment?
It was very sexual. It was Gary Cahill. We had a sexual moment over Gary Cahill.
Did you?
Do you know what he did?
Tell me.
Under some considerable pressure from the Swansea midfielders and attackers, about 5 yards outside of the penalty area, Gary Cahill, he just nonchalantly, you can't see this because you can't see my feet, but I'll mime it. He nonchalantly backheels it to Hazard. Yes, you remember that? Yeah. Anyway, Darren and I had a bit of a moment with that. Got a bit messy.
It wasn't a Rabona though.
And no, but I think Darren had a Rabona.
Did he?
He had to go after that. Now, the last but by no means least. Now, I don't know if you remember this either, but this was in the first half. But Oscar basically just took out the guy that was trying to tackle him in one whirl of a movement. I mean, I don't even know what he did. But 1 minute, him and the ball were there, and the bloke was coming in. The next minute, he and the ball were over there, and the bloke was on his bum again. And I just thought that was fantastic.
That's like the BBC special effects department, isn't it? Like he was over here, next minute he was over there with the ball.
I'll draw you a diagram.
Yes, I do remember that.
They were the nominations. So what you boys going to vote for? Pablo.
I'd give it to Cahill because he had a tough time throughout the game, and it's good to see that he's still got a little bit of class about
It was. There's a lovely picture we've got of Cahill somewhere. I don't know. He's got his arms aloft. He's got his arms in the air like he don't care. There you go. By the way, we've stolen these photographs from the lovely Debs, who's probably listening on Mixler as we speak. So I'm going to say thank you very much, Debs, so that you don't sue me. But that's a lovely photograph of Gary Cahill. So you're going to go for Cahill. Martin?
I'm going to go for Hazard's jinking run.
Yeah, I voted for Hazard myself. Jonathan?
I'm Hazard.
You're Hazard.
Yeah.
Benches, what do you lot reckon?
Going for Hazard's run for definite. He made so many of them, but that was one of the best.
Hazard as well.
He did loads, didn't he? Sorry, Dan.
Sorry, Hazard as well. Great great running. Great to watch him.
Brilliant. So you're all kind of up for Hazard. Actually, 2 out of 3 3 out of 4 in fact are going for Hazard. And the results are, you'll be amazed to hear. Oh, I'm disappointed with this, Pablo. I've got to be honest. 3% for Gary Cahill.
That's a bit sad.
I don't think they saw it like
No.
I did.
I don't think they saw it, full stop.
I don't think they saw it.
Yeah.
9% for Oscar. I don't think they saw that either, actually, to be honest. I think they sing a different game, these people. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Long
Anyway,
since thought that.
right, Hazard's run and the whole thing that led up to the goal, 88%.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
No brainer,
It was
no brainer.
special, and I did like that. Now, that, of course, means that we're on to our... There we go. Look, there's Eden Hazard. What's Branner saying to Costa there? That's what I want to know. This is actually segues quite nicely into the celery moments, all right?
He's saying, when are you going to set me up for my goal this
Well,
week?
that's what... Yeah, well, OK, there are 2 Branner nominations for celery moment. The first one, of course, as Pablo's already alluded to, is Branner taking the defender out by kicking the ball incredibly hard into his nether region.
His family jewels.
Yeah.
And I did shout out, I said, "Don't rub 'em, count 'em," as you do. But he was certainly... In fact, actually, I think Branner was so concerned about this man's future life. He stopped and they nearly scored.
Scored, that's right. Then he went and complained and said,
He
actually,
did.
you should have kicked the ball out because we were worried about it.
Yeah. Well, he said, "I kicked it. I knew he should be worried
The
about it."
defender was incapacitated for several moments
He
after
was.
that. wasn't
He hit that very
He did
hard.
hit it. Well, I had a great view of that, of
Yes.
course, from where we were. So Branner taking his man out.
Middle wicket.
Branner actually taking somebody. Excuse me.
Somebody's manhood out.
Exactly. Thank you for finishing my gag.
Yeah.
Now
Well,
the
you
second,
weren't going to.
Well, I couldn't because you looked too blooming. Shut up.
It was funny though.
Branner, next nomination also for Branner. This is. I don't know if you saw this, but this is quality.
His
Penalty box. He wins the ball. He steams forward, right almost to the edge of Swansea's penalty box, and then he sees Hazard steaming down the right. So he thinks, "I know. I'm going to lay it off to Hazard. We'll do a nice 1-2. I'll get the ball back, and I'm going to smash it in the goal, and score a worldie." He gives it to Hazard. Hazard ignores him and tries to do it himself. And then Branner's running back, absolutely coating Hazard off. So why didn't you pass it back to me? You know, I'm the second best striker in this club. She is.
there were 2 men free at the back post, and Hazard was very badly
for
aiming
them.
for one of those 2.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He did, he
I
basically
felt a bit
did.
sorry for Branner, but that photograph
was
we
an
just saw.
incredible run.
I know. Well, that photograph we just saw of. He's now ignoring Costa. the other one. In fact, actually, Costa's saying there, please don't let Branner talk to me ever again. He scares me. Please,
God.
Mr. Branner, don't scare me. What?
I was going to say, I actually felt that what he was saying to Costa was he was doing what most of the teams appear to be doing. Is there's a fantastic team spirit in the side at the moment, and I think he was saying fantastically well done, really brilliantly well done. In the same way that when Remy came on the pitch, Mourinho hugged him, an enormous hug, and you thought, and then when he scored, John Terry hugged him for about 10 seconds,
didn't
and you think there's actually a great deal of support for each other going on in this
Or something
side.
else.
And or they're in love with each other.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
It's man love. It's okay.
Man love, it's
That's
okay,
okay.
it's
It's okay.
okay.
Yeah.
I hugged
They
Darren.
can-
I hugged Darren when we
They can
scored
touch
4
each other's
times.
bottoms. There's nothing in it, is there?
I hugged Darren a lot. Now, do you want to hear the last one? That's the
Harassment in
second.
the workplace, that is.
Yeah.
That's the second celery nomination. Branner basically doing that big run and shouting at Hazard for not getting the ball back. Okay, the
love it.
third and final celery moment nomination is. It is basically the crowd's response to Diego Costa when he got subbed off, which I just thought was that for me actually that was a real moment. That was just like the whole stadium and all Chelsea supporters acknowledging what we've suddenly got.
The
which is a
atmosphere in the
striker.
second half was phenomenal.
Wasn't
I
it?
agree completely. The
Yeah.
fact everybody's going, you're the focus, you are the man. for
You're
us.
the man.
But also, it's also down to the team performance, which in the second half was remarkable.
But it was lovely. I'll tell you the other thing I really loved about that. I mean, and this isn't anything to do with the celery moment, but I loved the fact that, he'd got his hat-trick. Jose took him off, 71 minutes gone, rest him because we know he's got a bit of a dodgy
He's got
ham.
hamstring,
Loic Remy comes on. Loic Remy gets a goal in his first game. I mean, it couldn't have been more
Brilliant.
perfect. But there you go. Those are our nominations. What are you going to go for, Jonathan? I think I went for the Costa moment, actually.
No, I loved it was the fact that everybody got up and everybody to a man stood up.
They
in
did,
the
didn't they?
crowd,
And that's
didn't
why I liked
Which
it.
was
That
so
was proper.
wonderful.
Really lovely
I
moment.
agree completely.
Do you think Mourinho gave him a job and knocked? He said, go out there, score 3, son, then I'll take you off.
Yeah, I think he probably did,
Yeah.
Mark.
I go for.
He wanted to give Remy 20 minutes.
It's-
He's going to play on Wednesday.
Well,
we
it's
don't
not
know.
going
Is
to
Drogba
be Costa.
No.
Pablo, what are your nominations? What you vote for?
Ivanovic's barnstorming run.
Yeah.
Because had Hazard not given it away, Brandon would have run through the net
He
and
would.
probably
He
most of
probably-
the Harding.
he would have run a bit like
Probably the
Waterman.
Matthew Harding as well.
It is a bit like Waterman, isn't he? We just ran through the whole of the Matthew Harding end and the railway line and Earl's Court, and it would have been last seen in Watford Gap. In fact, he probably created the Watford Gap.
Through the TA centre.
That's brilliant. I mean, Darren and I mean, it was a lot of fun watching the game with Darren. We laughed. I had so many other potential nominations because Darren and I were spotting. It's much easier when there's two of you spotting stuff all over the place. Anyway, so you're going for Branner, you're going for Costa, you're going for.
Well, there was one that didn't make the shortlist.
Well, it
No,
doesn't
I'm going to
count.
go for one on the list. But there was one that didn't make the shortlist. And that was Mourinho refusing to give the ball to one of the Swansea players so he could take a clean throw in.
Yeah. I like that. It didn't quite make the cut. What are you going to go for?
I'm going to go for the Branner's shot that went
Into the nether regions.
nether
Like
areas.
it, lovely. Very
Yes.
split vote this week. So Jonathan and I are going for Costa. The other two are going for one of the other Branners. Benches, what are you going for?
Costa.
Costa.
Yeah.
You want more coffee?
But cheers.
Oh, you laugh this time. That only encourages me. I
Don't-
warn you now.
Don't laugh. Don't laugh.
So Costa for the benches. I'm up
Yeah.
for that. Right, Costa for me and Jonathan. And in fact, the results are in reverse order, very quickly. Branner's shouting at Hazard, 14%. Branner's shot to taking the defender out in his nether regions, 30%. Very split vote here too. Which means the winner, of course, is the crowd's response to Diego Costa getting subbed off and
So
a wonderful
Brandon
ovation.
doesn't even win if you add
56.
both of his up.
No, he doesn't.
That's really sad.
He doesn't. Tim, we got to go. We've seen split his own votes. Oh, we had that still. I wanted to very quickly say about this. The people who sit in that part of the Matthew Harding upper, leave the flag alone. Pablo, Darren and numerous other mates of mine spent a long time trying to sort those flags out. And then, why do you have to touch it? Why do you have to leave it? Just leave it alone. Leave it alone.
What are
it's
they
there
doing?
to add the support.
Why are they fiddling with
because
it?
I don't know why. They're special,
Why, put their
clearly.
noses on it or
Anyway, let's
something?
go to a break before
Could
I
have been the
spontaneously
wind.
combust.
It wasn't the wind.
Okay, we'll be back in a minute. Thank you very much.